Hello and welcome to this quick video on Tableau Prep Builder and the data roles. So data roles aren't necessarily new, but in 2019.3 there was a new feature added to these that I want to show. So first let's do a quick recap of data roles. So I've just got some dummy data set up here that I'll launch, and I'll just add a clean step here just to show you. So this has some data, the name, email address, city, and so on. And what I want to do is, what Tableau allows me to do is this thing called data roles. So there are a few of these built in. So essentially what it does, it allows me to tell Tableau that this field here called email should be email addresses. And it will automatically validate the data against the fact of whether it's an email address or not. So you can see this little light bulb feature here. So it tells me it's recommending something. So in this case, it's saying we should change this data role to an email, and I can click apply. And what it does is it goes off and it validates that these are real email addresses, and anything that aren't now get marked with this exclamation mark. So for example, if I click on it down here, I can see there's no @ symbol here. So it's not a valid email address essentially. So what I might want to do here is, let's say, let's look at the not valid. So I can filter that. I could highlight all of these, for example, and say keep only. And I might do the same. I might just take these 3 fields here and say keep only these fields. And now I could add an output, and this could become, my data validation check, or it might go off to my marketing team to say, within the data I've just received or I've just downloaded from our CRM system or whatever it is, I've got 31 fields that don't have a valid email address. So we need to go and investigate, or we need to go and fix. Okay, so it's an automatic way. This is searched through hundreds of records, and it's come back and told me that we've 31 invalid email addresses. Okay, and there are other data roles that you can add to this. So city is another one, for example. URL, so there should be a valid URL. Geographic fields, as I said, email. And the one I want to discuss that's been added recently is this custom field. Okay, so I'm going to add in a different data set. So we'll take the Superstore data set as an example, and I'll do the same thing. I'll add a step to this. And again, you'll see for these kind of geographical fields, Tableau again recommends we change the data type. So at the moment it's a string, but if I apply the recommendation, this now becomes geographical field and city. So therefore, when we open it up in Tableau Desktop, we'll get the little globe icon and it will create a map for us. The one I want to show you here is to do with product name. So we've an order that's come in, or a bunch of orders, 10,000 orders in this case that we've downloaded, but I have a unique list of products that, the name needs to be standard, and they're the only things that we sell. So I've created a custom data role, and I'll show you how to do that now in a second. And I want to validate that all our recent orders are correct product names, that nobody's entered something incorrectly. So that time when you get manually enter data and people have spelled things wrong, or the product names aren't correct. So this is exactly the use case here. So I'm going to click on the little ABC, I'm going to go to custom, and I'm going to say I want to validate these products against my product name data role, the manual one that I've created. So I click to do that. I'm signed in to Tableau server, so it's gone off and validated all of these 10,000 rows against the custom data role that I've made. And again, I can do the same. I could show these non-valid products. So these are not, approved product names or approved products that we should be selling. They're not entered correctly. So again, I might filter by this list, create another output, and again that can drive a dashboard, a data validation dashboard, or simply create a CSV and email that back to the relevant person to say these were entered incorrectly, they need to be tidied up and cleaned. Okay, so again, a really nice way to kind of automate some of that data validation before you go and realize, further down the line that these products are missing, or they're entered incorrectly, or people are doing grouping and that kind of stuff later on. Okay, so I really like this as a feature. So how do you do it? Okay, well, I'm going to grab this sample superstore clean one here. And again, I'm just going to add a step. Actually, in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just filter out all the fields except product name, so we can keep this nice and clean. So here are my recent orders, and I'm going to exclude these just for demonstration purposes. So I'm now left with a more unique list. We can aggregate this. So I just want a unique list of my product names that are left here. And again, I'll just add a step so we can see this nice and clearly. So we've got 2,000 rows of my product names. So these I, again, might spend more time filtering and cleaning and tidying this particular list, or it could have come from a different data set as well. But once I'm happy with this, what I can do is publish as data role. So again, I'll sign into my server. I can pick a project, I can pick a name for my data role, and I can run this workflow. So it's going to run through the data, create this as a product name data role, and publish it to my server. So it's as simple as that once you've got your unique list. And once we're logged in to Tableau server, this is now what it appears as. So under the Explore menu, you'll see projects, workbooks, views, data sources, and now this new drop down here called data flows. So I can go in and I can see this unique list. I can even search the values within it to see what's contained in it. And I have full control then over that. And I can use that now in future prep workflows to validate my set of data, my new data, against a particular data role that we've established within the organization. So thank you very much.